My name is Gamuchirai Diana Swartz. I studied a Master's of Engineering in Industrial Automation with EIT. So, as you can gather, most of my experience of EIT was from students, and they were able to give me guidance. They showed me what they learned. They taught me what they'd come across from EIT, and they also said it was very practical, even in PID tuning and the spreadsheets that they had from actual courses that they had at EIT, and they were able to directly apply them in the workplace. So for me, it was like, wow, you know all of these things and I don't, and I need to find the source of knowledge. So I went and I looked for EIT. It's just how practical it was, and how applicable it was in my field of learning. I mean, I completed a bachelor's in electrical and electronic engineering, but what I actually used was this much. It was minimal. And then I get into the master's after having spoken to everyone, and every single course I used, you know, some had a significant role to play, but others were minimal. But I can never say that I encountered a course that wasn't applicable. Oof. I think a good support system is very important. It's very important to surround yourself with people who believe in you and who support you. So be it work, be it in your personal life, if you don't have a good support structure, it's easy for things around you to fall apart. I think the main reason or the main thing that sets them apart is, again, the practicality. You find that a lot of traditional universities, they focus on theory. They'll focus on your Laplace transforms. They'll focus on your transfer functions. Whereas EIT, yes, it follows some theory, but then they throw in some real life applications, and even in the assessments, they are quite practical in nature. So you learn the background behind them, but you also learn the practicality of them. It's demanding. The challenging part was that it was demanding. And yes, you have knowledge of the assessments up front, but it's easy to look at a paper and think, I'm going to figure it out. By the time we get to the end of the term or the midterm, when we actually need to submit this, I'll know. But the reality is that you need to put in the time, and the amount of time that you put in, I feel like, is quite proportional to what you get out. So the demanding thing is the discipline, and then understanding that it's a demanding course. But just because it's a demanding course doesn't make it impossible. You yourself need to put in the time to make it work. The flexibility. I'm a mom. I've got 2 young kids, so I could literally put them to bed, and after putting them to bed, have a class, or 2, focus on my assessments. So I knew that even if I didn't make an assessment, I'd be able to look back at the video and then catch up. If you want to do it, then do it. And the other thing, I know I looked at EIT for quite a bit because I was worried about the financials, but the scholarships are actually quite helpful. And that Women in Engineering scholarship that I got, it really helped towards paying for my studies. So if you're considering it, look at the courses that are available, take the leap, because there are ways that EIT can help you to complete your studies. All I can say is I have become changed. My experience from EIT has helped mold me professionally, and there are many things that I look at and I understand now that I know that I wouldn't have been able to understand if I didn't go through the process. I feel like I came out of this course as a better engineer than I was when I went in. So I'm quite grateful for the fact that I took the leap. And at this point, I just want to continue studying